Hello, it's Suzanne from Suzanne Gibbs Art, sharing a little sketchbook that I filled during a recent trip to Iceland. Holding it in my hand, you get an idea of the size of this little book. And I also bring a small pen that's refillable so that I don't have a lot of extra luggage. All right, so that's actually the name of the store, which was perfect to stick in there. And then my parents spoiled me with this little conversion chart, which at first I thought was silly because they're apps for converting kroner to United States dollars. But it turns out these are much more handy because you can put it in right where you have your Icelandic money and pull it out and do quick checks. All right. I literally got back from this trip 3 days ago, but here we go. A sketchbook page turner. My first day, I arrived at 6 a.m. and my hotel was not ready till 3 p.m. So I had some time to sit and draw slowly, exhaustedly. And then the following day, I did some more drawing as I was trying to relieve myself from jet lag. All right, this story I cannot make up. In their National Icelandic Museum, they had skull fragments of a person that they were pretty sure were a woman, and these skull fragments were used as ashtrays. You could actually see the ash and the blackened parts inside the dishes. It was just horrible. Anyway, can't make that stuff up. Drawing some people. Drew the sign of a place where I ate a lovely meal of fish and chips. I kept some little, just to remind myself of what things cost. The hotel I stayed at. An amazing, amazing vegan chocolate gelato that I ate one night. Oh my goodness, so good. The infamous hot dog stand where even President Clinton has had a hot dog and some other famous Americans. And then the bus station is called BSI. It's where the hub of everything Iceland when you want to explore is. And then the first day of horses, which is why I went on the Iceland trip, was to ride horses through the countryside for 7.5 days. A church at a lunch stop. They serve butter with little black flecks of pepper on it, so I wanted to try to capture that. It's just so amazing. Breakfast spread in one of the little huts we stayed in. A really weird sculpture of 2 guys wrestling, but one guy was standing. Very strange thing. I went into a local grocery store just to see what it was like. And their public swimming pools are over the top. Freaking amazing. Went more than once. This is a 5-sided swing set in front of a really large, beautiful church in Reykjavik. And then I ate lunch here at Loki, Icelandic traditional food shop. It was delightful to sit outside under heater lamps in the middle of the summer. And then on my last day there, I treated myself to a vegan meal and some reflections on my trip. There were other people in the vegan restaurant eating alone, which was really lovely to not feel conspicuous. All their coffee cups were very small, so there's no such thing as a mug of coffee in Iceland. And then some drawings from images I took while on the trip. And then back to the airport so quickly. People in the airport. But then again, I went back to looking through my notes and images from the trip and then drew some more from that. That's the top of a saddle. I was in that saddle for over 100 miles during this trip. And then during the trip, I collected different little pieces of paper and cut them out and put them in here to remind me of the church I went to, and then one of the spas that I went to, one of the other spas I went to, the Philological Museum, Harpa, which is just a gorgeous building. I have some selfies in front of that one, but they don't go into a sketchbook. Perlan, Wonders of Iceland Museum was It almost took me a whole day to go through that. There's so much that they talk about and share in that amazing space. And then I saw all the parts of the Golden Circle, kind of via the horse rides, but also just doing the horse rides near them, and then the van would drop us off. And then I decided to keep a portion of the downtown Reykjavik map as a part of this little sketchbook that I'll have as a memento and a memory of my amazing trip to Iceland. And then I'll put a little rubber band around it, which will decay quicker than the book, but that keeps everything together. And thank you for viewing my Iceland sketchbook. Have a wonderful day and keep yourself creative. Namaste.